Alright, this here is a video of my 12-year-old son replacing or stealing a battery out of a spare iPhone 6 because he's rocking the iPhone 6 on his cell phone plan that costs us less than $10 a month. And I have a stack of iPhone 6 phones that I literally found in the trash can of one of my rental properties when my tenant was moving out. And I believe he was an IT person for the city, and they didn't want these things back, I guess, so he just tossed them in the trash. And I thought, well, I should at least dispose of them properly, but it turned out several of them worked just fine, and my son is rocking the phone. But on the other hand, the battery was really weak. So we're here stealing a battery from one of the multiple iPhone 6s. It's just the first one we're trying, and he's just watching a video over there from, who was that guy, Jerry Rig Everything?
Yeah.
He's got a simple little video, but it doesn't take much. Take the 2 screws out the bottom. The hardest thing was getting the adhesive off. I had to pull up really hard on that suction cup and try to get, we used that little white pry tool. That was definitely the hardest part. And then he had a panel, a funny looking panel over top of the connection. I think I can probably take this screen off now, or can I let it go more than 90 degrees?
Oh wait, you can take it off, I think. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I can. I mean, it doesn't have to come off. You can just lean it up against something if you want.
The glue.
It might not even be worth the effort. It was just the glue.
Yeah.
So, Luke's replacing the battery in his iPhone, and I'm waiting on Julia and Nick. That's fine, you can leave it on. Doesn't matter. But it could come off, but...
So here's the wrong way to remove the battery. There's these 2 little pull tabs down here at the bottom.
Wrong way?
You can see that I'm unsticking it from the battery right now. They're kind of hard to grab
This
because
is
they
the
shrink
glue.
up as soon as you remove them. And here's where I went wrong. I took the pull tab once I got a hang of it and pulled it through the side of the phone. And that makes the pull tab break, which makes it a much harder repair. If you actually grab the pull tab and pull straight out the bottom of the phone, don't try to wrap it around the battery like I'm doing right now. Just pull straight out the bottom. And you can see it pull entirely away from the battery. So easy. And now that's one whole half of the battery that I don't have to unstick from the back. But since I messed up the first time around with the first pull tab, I have to do the pry of shame to pull the battery out of the back of the housing. The sticky tape is pretty strong stuff. The best way to do is just pull the little tab out from the bottom of the battery and yank it right out. To put the battery back into place, you can buy new pull tabs, or you can just take double-sided tape and stick it down underneath the battery so it doesn't jiggle around.
Alright, we're not going to worry about any of that stuff because this is an iPhone 6 and there are iPhone 15s out. So right now we're trying to find the pull tabs. It looks like there's a little bit of the glue sticking out there, the black right there. So you want to get that off of there. This is potentially the most difficult step. So once you get that off of there, then you got to use the tweezers to start pulling it directly towards you. Let's get some pair of tweezers here. So fortunately, from working on other iPhones, we have some kits laying around. This is one. I think I bought a battery for $30 and this came with it. It was really, I thought it was a really nice kit with all this foam that sits in there, and all these tools that come with it. But it's a nice little package, and see he's working on the pull tab right now. So those tweezers kind of stink, huh? They look like they're, maybe we get some other tweezers, but like you got to get it up in the air in order to tweeze it. And sounds like somebody's making something in the blender downstairs.
Oh, I thought that was ice.
So I think, here, you want to hold the camera for a second while I try to get that?
Sure.
Alright, you have to twist it around. Right. So get your hand out of the way. All right. So yeah, these tweezers look like they're tweezing on the wrong part. I'm actually gonna bend these tweezers back into shape with my hands. There we go. So that way, yeah, these are some weak. That's one thing I guess is not so nice about this kit. So that way they'll at least come together there, and I can squeeze it like that. That was probably making this whole thing a lot harder. But so you gotta get some of this up in the air. I don't think you want the black stuff. I think you just want the white stuff, and to pull it. Now, this is the first of 2 iPhone 6s. This is the spare parts phone, the one that we weren't able to activate, but the battery is hopefully pretty good. Now what he's saying is you want to make sure that you pull it this way. That way it all just comes out, and what it's doing is it's pulling away. As you stretch it, I guess it loses its stickability, right? And this is what he was saying, don't go around the side and have to do what he was calling the pry of shame. So you see, it just keeps on coming like a clown's, I don't know, clown pulling freaking tissues out of his sleeves or something, right? But what's happening is it was short, but as it stretches, it loses its stickability. I mean, it's just kind of some brilliant stuff. They use this for stuff that you put on the walls to hang pictures too, and we should probably use more of it. But so you see, we got the whole string out in one, but of course there's another one to go. So again, we want to get the black up and out of the way. It protects the white stuff. So I think you were using the, where's the white? Yeah, that was nice to use that. So I'm going to use this to get the black up off of there, right? All right, the black's out of the way. Now, go in here. Come on. And get a good, I want to get a good grab on that stuff. There we go, got it started. I can use my finger a little bit. But you got to use the tweezers just to get it started. Now, what I'm going to suggest you do is back up your phone before we do this to your phone, because you might have some data on it that you want. It's a beautiful sound, isn't it? Oh, there we go. And so now, did you already pop the little controller off? So there you have it. You got your genuine Apple battery all out of your phone. And now the next step is to take the other one apart. And I guess we could probably just chuck this one in the trash because it's probably not worth spending the time putting it back together. Or you could if you want to do it as your own little project.